Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and today I am unwrapping the latest Total Tarot magazine which arrived this morning. So let's have a look at it together. What do we have? We have parts 64 and 65, so I'll just take them out of the wrappings. Okay, so we have the two magazines which we'll look at in a mo. Zodiac Tarot and the top box for the Zodiac Tarot. I don't really know much about this one. It's not one I'm familiar with, so let's take it and have a look. Nice backs. Okay, so if you buy them as I do, as a mailing, then you get obviously the whole deck because you get two magazines in the mailing. Whereas if you were to buy them from the shop, then you'd buy them individually, so you get half a deck with each issue. Okay, so again, Lo Scarabeo. We'll have a look at the cards first and then we'll delve into the magazines. Okay, so that's the title card. These are the backs. Very pretty backs. So this is our full. Well, that's interesting. Okay, straight off they've got really large borders. So the actual image isn't very big at all, really. And then we've got this little image at the bottom here. I don't know if that's going to be on every card that way. So we've got sort of like a landscape for the full image. Not a fall in the image, if you like, but we've got this tower here that's sending out electrical waves and receiving them. So we've got these on the side of the tower, we've got these satellite dishes, so it's sending out information into the world and actually bringing information in as well. Yeah, okay, so the magician, we've got Hermes here at the bottom, and then we have a rendition of a magician energy, which is a very interesting one, and I'd have to sit with that a little while, I think. How does that bring the magician to mind? It doesn't at the moment. I'm not understanding it. We've got sort of a rocking horse, but the head has been cut out of the image, cut off the image, and this girl, I don't know, I don't understand why that's a magician. I'm a little bit puzzled. Okay, the High Priestess is an elderly lady sat on a stool. We've got the moon symbol. Empress is a 1950s housewife. I mean, I like the image at the bottom. I'm just really not understanding the main image at the moment. The Emperor is a swing. I'm puzzled. I am really puzzled. Hierophant is the inside of a cathedral or a church. Lovers is a library. Chariot is a motorhome. Strength, I don't know what I'm looking at. Stage, I'm looking at a stage with a spotlight and some speakers. Hermit, I'm looking at a path through a park. Oh my, you can probably tell I'm not vibing with this deck at all. The wheel is a businessman. This is making no sense. Justice, okay, justice is a courtroom. The Hanged Man is people watching a film. So suspense, yeah, maybe this is a suspense type film. Death is a submarine. Temperance is an aeroplane. The Devil is a prison cell. And the Tower is a tank. I sort of understand that. The Star, okay, so we've got a frozen New York scene, I presume. The Moon is a lake. And the Sun is a child. At last, something I can recognise. Oh dear, what's this for Judgment? I don't know what that is. I don't know what... Is it a rocket? Going into space? Taking off? The World is the old man on a chair. Okay, so the High Priestess is an old woman on a chair, and the World is an older man on the chair. Or whatever. Ace of Waves. So this has got to be the cups or the water suit. And we have a wave. The 2 is the outside of the camper van. Right, so now I'm getting the Zodiac because that's Cancer, and that would align to the Empress because it's the same at the bottom. So that's how that's going to align. We go on the Chariot. We've got Cancer on the Chariot. Yes. Okay, so that would be Mercury and Cancer, and we're on the inside of a camper van. So this is all the camper... Oh, I really don't get this. I don't like this deck. 5 is inside the sub, and the water's coming. So yeah, it's a pretty 5 of waves moment. The 6 were in a bathtub. What am I looking at here? I don't know what I'm looking at. It says fire there. I don't know what this is. Okay, 8 were on a rowboat, but it's not going anywhere, is it? It seems shackled. Oh, I'm so confused. So somebody's taken a picture of me for the 9. And then we have the picture in the 10. So that's who this figure was taking a picture of. It's this family here. It's a family portrait. Princess. So we've got that wave again. And we've got water of earth. Okay. That's the prince, that's the queen, and that's the king. So that's elemental. Yeah, so that's water of earth, water of air. Yeah, water of water, and water of fire. So the king is fire. Okay, so that's elemental. Right, so stones would be earth. The 2 are in the prison cell. The 3, someone's mopping the prison cell for some reason. The 4, baby trapped in the crib. 5, oh dear, we're in the cathedral now, not looking very happy about it, looking pretty fed up. 6 were lighting a candle. The 7 walking down the steps. 8, oh dear, 9, 10. Okay. So we're going to be the same again, aren't we? Yeah, just it's the elements. Just shows the elements, which is good for the elemental energy, isn't it? Okay, so now we have fire or torches. So now we come back to that swing because that was the emperor. Oh, there's the emperor, isn't it? That's Aries. Okay, so right, the 2 of wands here is the emperor. The emperor. And the tower. Which it actually is, isn't it? The 2 of wands is the emperor, is the tower and the emperor. I mean, yeah, the zodiac things, they are lining up properly. So we're going to go in the swing. I just don't understand the imagery. They were painting the swing. They were practicing sword fight. On a podium, giving out an award for the 6. Peter Pan for the 7. Maybe an arrival here for the 8. A departure for the 9. Gosh. Okay, princess, prince, queen and king. And then the air element, ace of clouds. Then we're in the courtroom. Okay, so someone was in a road traffic accident. Okay, and then we have a, what's that say? Divorce. Oh, okay, 3 of clouds is divorce. 4. Again, we've got another judgment thing. 5. Oh, but she's a bit cold. 6, a snowman. 7, sledging. Or sleighing, I don't know how you say that. 8, we're in a library. 9, still in the library. 10. We haven't quite got the gist of what books are about in the 10. And then we've got the court cards. Princess, prince, queen and king. Right, in all honesty, I don't like this deck. I don't. This isn't something I'm going to get along with. I don't think. I don't understand the imagery. I understand through doing the Deacon walk. Then I do understand the astrological associations, and it is a Zodiac tarot. It's just the imagery I'm not aligning with. Maybe because I'm from a different country. I don't know. Don't like the borders. I don't understand. I don't understand this deck. I don't. Anyway, let's have a look at the books, at the magazines. Yeah. I mean, what would we have? A housewife for the Empress. Right, I'll put the cards to one side and just we'll take a look at the magazines and see if we can shed some light on this, because maybe I'm being unfair. Okay, so this is issue 64. Let's zoom out. There we go. You should be able to see that. It's about as good as I can get it at the moment. So, okay, professional tarot reading part 1. And this is the Lenormand, which we will get with parts 72 and 73. So, are you ready? So some questions to ask, so we can tell if we're ready or not to be a professional reader. And then about having a broad skill set, planning, organisation and commitment, a business plan. 4 of Cups, how can you discover new opportunities? Boredom and satisfaction at work lead to a search for a new path. Okay, so it's leaving a secure job to be a tarot reader. Questions again. What am I in business? What's my ultimate goal? Who are my customers? So, yeah, things we can think about when we're thinking about actually becoming a professional reader. Here we have the 8 of Wands. A business plan outline, executive summary, a mission statement, products and services, traditional tarot services, in-person readings, pros, cons and a reminder. We've got sort of a mind map going on here as well. Okay, our card in detail is the King of Wands, so we have some symbols here, 5. The essential meanings are leadership and experience, leading by example. We have some keywords, and what the King of Wands is all about, and in different themes. So in the personal life, love, work and money, in divination and psyche and soul. What the card shows us, where it is in that court diagram that we've been having in each issue of the courts. Some questions. traditional meanings, traditional occupations and appearance. And then we have some examples of the Worth, Tower of the Angels, and the Klimt. And we have Lo Scarabeo, Tarot of the 78 Doors, Nefertiti's Tarot, Fairy Tarot, Universal Fantasy Tarot, the Silver Witchcraft, the Fae, and the Shaman. Hasn't got the Zodiac Tarot in amongst these. Anyway, so in the Universal Fantasy, it's pride in power and conquest. The Fae Tarot represents the ever-young king. We have a spread for the Zodiac Tarot, and it's all about elements and cardinal, fixed and mutable signs. The instructions for it, so it's a 7-card spread, and we use the whole deck. The instructions for it, what each position is, and then a synthesis, an example of that reading, the meaning of those cards that they've drawn here, and then a synthesis of that. So that's going to be worth reading actually, because the Zodiac Tarot is a bit, I don't know, I don't understand. So this is from 2004, this tarot, by Lee Bursten. Oh dear. This, if you look at my last video on Ciro Marchetti's decks, The Mystic Palette, that's the same author, Lee Bursten. But the deck artist is Luca Raimondo, who illustrated the Olympus Tarot and the Pagan Tarot. So this is tarot and astrology without resorting to esoteric systems, focusing instead on immediacy and simplicity. I'm really going to have to read this through because it's not making sense as a tarot deck, although it makes, I see the associations for the Zodiac. I'm not actually seeing how it relates to the image on the cards. So we've got a major arcana here. So let's just take the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor, you can see that card, and it says place, the swing, pioneering, courageous, impulsive, forceful and risk-taking. I don't get it. I know what the Emperor means, I just don't get it in association with the image. I don't. Okay, let's try another one. Should we try? Let's look at that star. Aquarius, place, a winter scene. Idealism, intellectual, unemotional, unconventional, progressive. I think this is a deck that you'd actually have to memorise the card meanings. You know, I don't really think you're going to get them from looking at the images. I don't. Anyway, it talks all about the Zodiac here. And let me see. Okay, so this is that swing again on the 4 of Torches. It's all about changing or influencing our environment so that it suits us and our desires. Okay, yeah, that works there. This is depicted by the woman smiling as she paints the swing bright red. Okay, let's look at some minor meanings. Seven of Waves. Seven of Waves. A desire, Venus. To win by using dark, powerful and deadly energies, Scorpio. Okay. Stones. Torch. Let's go with torches. 7 of Torches. Being proud of oneself, Leo. For having the courage, Mars. To express oneself in a difficult situation. Okay, we're on a high one, so that's a difficult situation. But what's this 9? Getting off the plane here. Instinctive urges towards security, the Moon. Well, I get the instinctive. I don't get the security from the Moon. Must sometimes adapt themselves to boundary-stretching experiences, Sagittarius. So, yeah, I suppose that's pushing the boundaries if an old woman's on a plane. or an older woman is on a plane, that's a pushing the boundaries, because they're trying to get up there with a walking stick. Shall we look at a court card? What shall we look at? Clouds. We haven't looked at clouds, have we? Okay. Prince of Clouds. Air in air. A purely intellectual approach untouched by emotional or material concerns. Yeah, up in the air. The Queen. Water in air. Emotionally tinged thoughts. Plans based on intuition rather than rationality. I don't know. I sort of get it, but I think it's just going to be too much hard work to try and align with that deck. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, where to go in the magazine to do the exercises and read the articles, and then a sneak peek at the next. And here's the next. So this is the second part of that professional reading article. Online and phone readings, pros and cons of that, some tips, getting to know the person you're reading for, email readings, event and party readings, tarot classes, okay, if you're going to actually teach, thinking outside the box, using tarot professionally, additional services, future plans and questions to think about. Now, let me just recommend something. I'll be back in a second. Okay, if you are serious about being a professional tarot reader, I am a professional tarot reader, then read this book. It's a brilliant book. It's very, very easy to read. It's by Jenna Matlin, who's got a YouTube channel actually. But yeah, this will give you everything you need. It really will. To start thinking about professional reading. I highly, highly recommend this book. And I don't think you're going to get enough information out of a 4-page article. So, yeah, anyway, card in detail. Now we're on to the sword. So we have the Ace, the essential meanings, power, discipline, and a brilliant idea. All about the Ace of Swords. The symbols, well, 4 symbols, some key words. We have the meanings and different themes that the card shows us, some questions we might like to think about or journal about, the lesson of the card, how it relates to the Golden Dawn system here, and then the traditional meanings, some examples. So we've got the Worth, Tower of the Angels, the Klimt, we have Los Scarabeo, Pagan, Neferatis, Fae, Dark Grimoire, Tarot of the White Cats, Universal Celtic, and Tarot Draconis. Again, we don't have any from the deck in this issue. Astrology spread, so okay, this is doing a monthly, a yearly overview, 1 month at a time. So you use the major arcana for this spread here. It shows you an overview of the coming year, and then we can actually adapt that. So maybe if it's an academic year, we'd do it at different times. What the world sees. What's this then? This is another spread. So it's comparing the image they have of themselves with how other people see them, and uses astrology. Okay, interesting. Another one here, an astrological role spread. To assess the validity of an approach to a problem or situation. It's a 4-card spread. So the person, the place, the approach, and the end result. 60-minute readings. So we did have, this is an ongoing series actually, where we're doing readings in different time scales. So this one is an hour reading. So build a foundational picture of the querent's life as a whole. This is what to do, what not to do. Foundation, the lens. We've got the in-between tarot here, which is coming in the next 2 issues. I actually do already have this deck. It's not a full deck. But anyway, it's interesting. And now we're talking about Thoth Tarot. Wow. Now we're talking about Thoth Tarot. So all about Crowley, born in Leamington Spa. Not too far from where I was born. This is the star. All about Golden Dawn there in a paragraph. We've got an overview of the Zodiac Tarot Minor Arcana. Where to go in the deck for the articles. And a sneak peek of what's coming. And like I said, it is the in-between tarot that's coming. The articles will be more on professional reading. The card in detail will be the Two of Swords. And then more about 1 hour readings. And the card in detail is the Three of Swords. And as I said, we will get this in-between tarot. Okay, so that's, yeah, in a nutshell, that's the latest offering from Total Tarot Magazine. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, bye friends.